What's up, everybody? Yeah. Dan the man. Give it to me, dog. Give it to me, dog.
Jay, first off, how are you feeling, and how excited are you for this team entering Media Day?
Yeah, I feel great, man. Mind, body, and spirit, all alike. Very aligned. Very happy to be in here to see a full building, smiles, laughter, conversations about direction and where we're going. I can't wait to continue to get it started, and this is always the perfect jump off to the year. So, yeah, I'm feeling really good. Good to see you.
Jalen, instant reaction to the Desmond Bain trade, getting another dog like Bain in here. Have you guys talked about that defense and just building an identity in the backcourt as the toughest duo?
Absolutely. We've had a lot of great conversations, to be honest. He's especially been around like this past month and in the building, which I have been as well. So it's created a lot of great space for us to be around, have conversations, both about basketball, obviously, because we're in here working out, and we've got to be enjoying workouts together and really kind of get the feel of being on the court with each other a bit. But I think really what I've cherished most so far, outside of seeing him playing the runs here and be just an absolute dog, talk the most smack in the building, which I was talking from the sideline. I wasn't even playing. He was turning me up. But just our conversations about life, about where he's come from, about the trials that he's faced, how he's gotten to this point in his career, being able to share vice versa, the things that I hold true to my heart and close to my heart, and the things that make me who I am, the people that make me who I am, and getting to share that side of everything. I feel like it's how you truly create chemistry, how you truly create that connection to where on the court I can trust Dez fully because I know Dez, and Dez can trust me 100% because he knows who Jalen Suggs is. And I think when we get to mesh that, as time passes, as we continue to play, as the season evolves and goes on, I think the league, everyone who follows basketball, will continue to see why not only was that one of the best acquisitions of the summer, but why me and Bain can be one of greedy talk, the best backcourt in the NBA because of how well versed we are in every aspect. We either are elite or we cover for each other, and where we are elite. So I'm very excited to get to hooping with him along with everybody else.
Jalen, you and Tyus are going to play a good chunk of the minutes at the point guard spot this season. What are your conversations with him been like about how to, just be a better player?
The fact that I got Stones in the building with me is makes little Jalen jump for joy, literally. I watched Ty's whole journey coming up, literally blazed the way for point guards in Minnesota, especially from my eyes. He was doing everything that I wanted to do. Elite in high school, one of the best players. Took time at every game to take care of everybody who came out to Apple Valley to watch his performances and give love. Always gave love to me and advice and confidence. And then he goes and wins a national championship, which was high on my list, which I almost got. He low-key got me on that one. But then, come full circle. I get to watch him in the NBA, and now we're in the same locker room talking about direction, talking about how to lead, the things that he's seen and felt in different environments, different teams, and at different points of the year, beginning, middle, and then playoff time. All moments that he's been in has been amazing. And I know him to the down to the root, down to the core of who Tyus is and his family and where he comes from. So that relationship is so pure. And I'm very excited for everybody to see who Tyus Jones is, for our guard group, not only me and Tyus, but AB, Jace, for all of us to continue to grow, evolve off of each other. But yeah, having Tyus in here namely, so cool. It makes me so happy.
Jalen, we talked with Jeff Weltman earlier. He said the team's targeting you to be back for opening night. Do you feel like you can hit that target? And what hurdles do you have physically, mentally to reach that point and be ready for the start of the season?
Yeah. That's my goal. My goal was training camp, which I had to let go. A little bittersweet, but I'm really having it and placing it all in God's hands. To be honest, I've kind of taken that out of my psyche, taking that out of my control and giving that to him, and really approaching every day with the intention to do everything in my power so that I can be available and ready for the boys and for the squad. Come game one. So obviously that would be ideal, but I think just the everyday process of coming in here, being on the table, getting my body work done, coming in the weight room, making sure that I get my strength training and prepare every part of my body from quad to calf to knee, to hip to glute to hamstring. Like, this is the most intentional we've been about hitting all of those muscle groups, and that's just talking about lower body, specifically one leg. My upper body feels the strongest that it's been. Back is something that's been a focus, especially upper back muscles, for shoulders, for jumper, for stability. Core has been an integral piece of what we've done. So again, it sounds like a lot, and it has been a lot, but it's all been so purposeful, and I can't wait for the final result to come, to kind of be out of that space, to step back into playing, and kind of put everything together that this summer has allowed me to work on. Body, mind, spirit, pace, speed, control, all that will come together in due time.
Mike Brodsky, Florida National News. Jalen, growing up, you were a Mr. Basketball and a Mr. Football. Were there other sports that you played growing up? And also, what message would you share for other young athletes that are trying to make it to the pros one day?
Yeah, I had some time in baseball, middle school. Floor hockey was a staple for Jay Suggs growing up. I did track and field in middle school. So I kind of dibbled and dabbled in a bunch of different places. But I think it just taught me balance. Like, there is still, to this day, there are things about football that I carry over into basketball. There's things about track in terms of jumping and landing and being explosive that I carry over right now. Everything that I've played up to this point kind of comes together to make who Jalen Suggs is as an athlete, not just a basketball player, but an athlete, because that's how I try to approach the game. That's how I try to approach everything that I do around here. So I think my message to young kids would be to explore, expand, put yourself in all these different spaces, because they can teach you, and part of it is just the love of the game. I mean, it's not about winning. It's not about, being perfect in one space or one sport. It's about growing who you are as a human being and being able to explore those different spaces with different teammates and work on different muscle groups and have fun in different game day environments. I think it's something that every kid should get to experience, just because of how integral and how much it taught me. So, yeah, that'd be my message. Enjoy them all.
Jalen, in your mind, what's the difference between the Orlando Magic with you and without you?
That's a good question. I think the biggest thing that I learned last year, especially coming back, playing out one game in Detroit or against Detroit at home, and then sitting out and only having to use my voice, is how important energy is to winning, how important mindset is into being a great team. And I feel like that's something that I can provide. I think that's one of the gifts that God has given me, to be a leader, to be a voice from such a pure space. I wouldn't say I'm a leader by force. I wouldn't say I'm a leader, by fear. I would say that I lead by love, I lead by joyfulness, and I lead by example. And that's something that last year very much taught me, was how important that is to who Jalen Suggs is as a player. Not just the skill set, not just the points being put up, the stops being accumulated, the rebounds, assists, or steals, but actually just by presence. And something that this summer has allowed me to work on, because physically I haven't been able to be. It really has been voice. It has been working on the mind and spirit, so that when the body finally catches up, it is aligned. Because everything that we've been doing with the body has been literally to achieve greatness. I'm sparing no time, no expense. Everything, all my resources are being pulled in and dedicated to really myself, which is the funny thing about this league. It kind of forces you to be so intentional and so detailed about who you are as a human being, physically, mentally, emotionally. So yeah, I think that's the biggest difference. That's something I'm going to continue to try to bring and continue to try to empower others to do, because I think the more that everybody else can do that, the more that everybody else can believe in that and carry that energy, the better it will be. With Jalen, without Jalen, with different pieces coming in and out. Whoever steps on the floor and whoever the present five is carrying that same exact mindset and energy that I am.
Hey, Jalen, it's Chuka over here. What's up?
Chuk.
All right, I'm Chuka with 9450 Media. And, there's been a core group of players, on the team within a few years. So I just want to know, what's the locker room energy like between, everybody in the locker room, and how are the new players, connecting with, the core group that's been here for a while, the leadership? That's
the hardest part about this business, the ever-changing nature of it. bringing different guys in and out of locker rooms, releasing guys, trading guys. You're bringing in brand new personalities, brand new human beings into an environment that is so intentional and so pure. You're around these guys for 7 months out of the year. You're around their families for that same amount of time. You're sharing stories, laughter, cry, physical pain, mental, emotional pain. All those things are being shared with the guys in the locker room, and we've had great ones. Losing Cole, losing Gary, losing KCP this summer was hard. Chuma was a great one to have in this locker room and the joyfulness spirit that he brought. But bringing in Bane, bringing in Tyus, bringing in Jace, Noah, Jamal Cain, and Orlando Robinson to kind of go off of everybody else that we already have in here, the environment that we've already created. All of them. See what I'm saying? You're bringing in guys like that. Pure joy, man. Pure spirits is really nice. Not only on the court are they so elite, but in the locker room, man, we share a lot of laughter. We share a lot of great stories, experiences, things that have brought us to this point in our journey, authentically too. There's no lies, there's no shade, there's no talking down or looking down on anybody. We're all in one equal playing field in our locker room. We all love each other and want to win as a unit, not individually. And very excited for the guys that we brought in. They've done exactly that, and I can't wait for us to actually build up some memories, experiences, and stories to tell.
There's obviously still the step of you getting on the court and playing kind of full speed with these guys. But how do you see your role shifting or changing with the new players, or where do you see your role kind of?
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like I've studied a ton of football this offseason. It's kind of helped take away some of the mental strain that has come with not being able to be out on the basketball court and play in games and be active here. And I think something that coincides exactly with the responsibilities and the things that I'm taking on this year has just been quarterback play. Studied Jaden Daniels and got to have a lot of really dope conversations with him. Obviously, and all my boys in Pitt, sharing stories, being able to chop it up with Rogers and things that they have going on that end. Getting to talk to all my boys in college, all my college QBs, who I rolled in. Dylan Raiola is another one who I've got to share a conversation with just about perspective and journey. But like leading a team is so hard to do. Leading a group of grown men is not easy. And I really resonate with that fact in being a quarterback and how I'm looking at this year is, you have a full offense at hand. You got wideouts that are elite. You got tight ends. I call Big Dale my tight end. Got the O-line, protecting us. I feel like I really have every piece I need to go out and conduct and lead, a team to greatness, lead a team to a championship, which is what we're chasing. And I think that's one of the things that I'm really excited to step into this year is an evolved form of that. Jalen Suggs, the leader, and every day is an opportunity for me to practice and be that, because this is the first time the rookies are seeing me in that light. This is the first time some of the new guys are seeing me in that light. And this is the first time, again, in some time that I've stepped into that light. So really getting to feel, how far I've come in my own journey, how far we've come in our own journey, put it together, and, literally go achieve greatness. It's something I'm looking forward to.